Okay, if you're a freelancer, you know the feeling, right? One month, you're on top of the world, huge paydays rolling in. The next, crickets. It's that classic freelancer roller coaster, and boy, does it bring some stress. Well, this explainer is all about getting off that ride. We are going to break down 6 super practical hacks that will help you turn all that financial chaos into real, actual control. I mean, this question says it all, doesn't it? That feast or famine cycle, it's probably one of the toughest parts of being your own boss. But I want to tell you something right now. It absolutely does not have to be a constant source of anxiety. There are proven ways to manage it, and that is exactly what we are digging into today. All right, before we dive in, just the quick but super important legal stuff. This is all for educational purposes. It's not personalized financial advice. For anything specific to your unique situation, please chat with a professional. Okay, let's get to it. So here's the game plan. We're going to start with budgeting on your lowest income. Then we'll talk about separating your money into buckets, building up a financial buffer, and paying yourself and your essentials first. After that, we'll cover tracking everything with some simple tools, and finally, how to smooth out that income for the long term. Let's jump right into hack number 1. All right, hack number 1. This is all about avoiding what I consider the number 1 mistake freelancers make. Seriously, so many people budget based on an average month, or worse, their best month ever. And you know what that is? It's a recipe for disaster the second a slow period hits, and trust me, it always hits. So what's the fix? It's actually really simple, but so powerful. I want you to look back at your earnings for the last 6, maybe even 12 months. Find the absolute lowest amount you made in a single month. Got that number in your head? That is your new baseline. It's the rock-solid foundation that we're going to build your entire budget on. Let's just use an example, okay? Say your lowest month was 1,200 euros. That means you build a budget where all your absolute essentials, we're talking rent, food, utilities, all fit inside that 1,200 euros. Now, here's the key. Any month you make more than that, that extra cash isn't just fun money for random spending. No way. That is your surplus. And that surplus has a job. It goes towards taxes, savings, and paying down debt. This one little shift in thinking, it's how you create real stability out of all that volatility. Okay, hack number 2. This one is a huge mindset shift, and it gives you so much clarity. You have to start paying yourself like you're an employee of your own business. It just gets rid of all the guesswork. And the best way to do this is to think of your money as being in 3 totally separate buckets. I call this the magic trio. First up, your business account. Simple. This is where all client payments land, period. Second, a dedicated tax account. And this is non-negotiable. The second an invoice gets paid, you immediately, and I mean immediately, move about 25 to 35% right into this account. Guess what? No more surprise tax bills. And third, your personal account. This is where you pay yourself that fixed, regular salary from your business account. And that salary is based on the baseline we just figured out. This system literally creates the feeling of a steady paycheck, and it keeps your finances so incredibly clean. All right, now before you start stressing about building some giant emergency fund that covers, 3 to 6 months of expenses, hold on. We need to build your first line of defense. This is your buffer fund. I want you to think of it like a shock absorber for your finances. And the goal here is something really achievable. We're talking about a small, easy-to-access fund of maybe 1,000 to 3,000 euros. Now, this isn't for a huge, life-changing emergency. This is for when a client pays late or you just have an unexpectedly quiet month. It's the fund that stops you from automatically reaching for a credit card. So every time you have a great month, your number 1 priority with that extra cash is to fill up this buffer. And let me tell you, the payoff here isn't just about money. It's emotional. This is as much a mental health strategy as it is a financial one. Just knowing you have that cushion, that bit of breathing room, it's the key to actually sleeping at night, even when you have no idea when that next big check is going to land. Okay, so now that you've got a little bit of that peace of mind started, we can use it to build a really disciplined system for where your money goes. And that brings us to hack number 4, which is all about paying your most important bills first, every single time, without fail. These right here are your non-negotiables. The second you pay yourself that salary, this is the order of operations. First, housing, your rent or mortgage. Then, food and utilities. After that, any minimum debt payments. See? Your taxes are already taken care of, which is great. And then you immediately put money towards your savings or that buffer we just talked about. Only after all of that is covered do you even think about anything else. And look, this isn't about restriction. It is about control. You are telling your money exactly where to go. making sure your foundation is totally secure. Okay, this next hack is so critical because when your income is all over the place, you have to be way more in tune with where your money is going. You've heard the saying, you can't fix what you don't measure, and it's 100% true here. For a freelancer, checking your budget once a month, that's just not going to cut it. You'll miss the problems before they even start.
What you really need is a weekly financial check-in. Just make it a habit. And hey, it does not have to be complicated. You could use a really simple spreadsheet in Google Sheets or Excel, or if you like apps, something like YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget, is honestly fantastic for this. Even PocketGuard or Mint can work. The point is to check in often. That's how you spot patterns, see a slow season coming, and adjust what you're doing before you're in a tight spot.
All right, our final hack, number 6, is where we shift from playing defense to playing offense. You know, the first 5 hacks are all about managing the financial roller coaster. This is about making the ride a whole lot less bumpy to begin with. We're talking long-term strategies to make your income more predictable. So here are 4 big picture wins to focus on. First, try to find clients who will pay you on a monthly retainer. This becomes the anchor for your entire income. Second, invoice the second you finish the work and use clear short payment terms like net 15. Don't give them 30 or 60 days. Third, diversify. Never, ever rely on just one client. And finally, the golden rule. In the good months, the feast months, you have to oversave to prepare for the famine months. It's just part of the game. And that's a wrap. Let's just do a super quick recap. Number 1, budget on your lowest income. 2, separate your accounts. 3, build that buffer fund first. 4, prioritize your essentials. 5, track everything every week. And number 6, start working to smooth out your income. See? 6 powerful steps. Now, I know this might sound like a lot to take in all at once, but please don't feel like you have to do everything overnight. The real key here is to just start. Pick one. Just one of these hacks to try this week. Maybe it's just figuring out your baseline income. That's it. Because those small, consistent steps, that's what leads to huge changes and real financial stability down the road. So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. Which one of these hacks really hit home for you? Which one feels like the thing you need to do right now? You know, whether it's finally setting up that separate tax account or just starting to save for your buffer fund, taking that one first step. That is how you start to tame this roller coaster for good.